Alright, I'm going to do a screencast first on the slideshow and mainly on updating stuff on this home page. The front page is controlled mainly by two different categories. The main image here, which is called the homepage slideshow, and these two boxes underneath, which are homepage boxes. They will both show posts in those categories in reverse chronological order. The ones at the bottom will only show the latest two and then will drop off. The slideshow here will show the latest 10 before one drops off. So I'll flip over here to our dashboard. I'm going to create a new one just to show from just square none to add a new post to the slideshow. So I'm going to go under posts and on the left hand side here click on add new. The title is just for my own just so that I know if I need to delete it or something. So I'm just gonna call it something specials. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the image. It doesn't matter if you put the text or the image first. I just want to keep it simple and just put the image first, make sure it doesn't break anything or nothing weird happens. So I'm going to click on the top here, the upload image, and I am going to select a file from my computer. I actually have a let me head on over here. Actually, let me get this in the window here. And I have just a test image set up. I'm going to navigate to my folder. I got this. It's actually a ping. The other ones are JPEGs. Doesn't matter. As long as it's either a PNG, a JPEG, or a GIF. And I provided you the template with the dimensions, so it is 579 by 466 pixels. And I'm going to keep it the full size, and it doesn't matter if it's going to the right or to the left. I'm going to make sure that there's no link URL just to make sure it doesn't trip up anything. I can change the title and the alternate text. These are things that'll actually do something. So the alternate text would be something when screen readers are actually at the site, or search engines will actually see that. So I'll say beer specials. And I can't type and talk at the same time. I have found that this is not one of my capabilities. So anyway, I get that all set up, and I go and I hit insert into post. So there's the code. I'm in the HTML tab here, the view of HTML. So that's what all that stuff is. And now I'm going to just drop down a few lines just to make it clean for me. It doesn't matter. Again, it's just going to, the styling that I have set up will not notice or display any like carriage return. So it's just basically for your own benefit. And now here we're going to put span class equals left. And then I'm going to put in my slide text goes in here. Oops, and end the span. There we go. So it starts off with the in the greater than and less than brackets, span class equals left. Again, I actually have this styled so that this doesn't do anything, but it needs to be there just so that the style knows that it, or the programming knows that it's going to, where it's going to put it basically. So span space class equals left in quotation marks, then putting in any text you want here, and you can make things bold and whatnot, so I can go in and just do this kind of stuff, and then I have to slash span within the greater than and less than brackets to end it, to make sure that it doesn't do any weird crazy things. And then the last step is that I need to make sure that I select this homepage slideshow category here on the right hand side. So once I select that, otherwise it won't show up on that in that slideshow. It actually won't show up. It'll show up, I don't know if it'll show up anywhere on the site. It may not show up anywhere. It may show up in an unexpected place. So if it's not showing up, make sure that you have this homepage slideshow category checked over here on the right. Post tags, all those things aren't necessary, at least not in this category. So once I'm done, I'm going to hit publish, and I'll go to my front-facing website here, and there is my wonderful slide image and the sample text. And it's going to be the one that's going to be first. If I wanted to change the order of these, I can actually go under my posts here, under the edit screen, which will give me my list of all of the posts that I have created. I can actually filter this. I find this being helpful. Filter by category. So I'm going to filter under these drop down menus up here to these homepage slideshow. And this will only show me the categories, all the posts that I put in the homepage slideshow. The most recent, so this was 1 minute ago, as opposed to the other ones, they will show up in reverse chronological order just as you see them here. So if I wanted to change the order and make this one earlier, I want that to be first, I can actually just change the publish date, and this is a way to make it appear sooner. And one thing to note, if I accidentally hit this as I said June 7th, it's the 6th today, so that's tomorrow. And if I hit update post and I didn't realize that I made it for tomorrow, it actually will not post that picture or that slide until tomorrow. So that could be one way if there's some sort of a special that you don't want it to show up on the webpage right away, but you have the time to go through and add your all of the specials or something. You can actually add them as in a previous date, or sorry, a future date, and then when that date hits and that time hits, then it will show up on the website. So I'm going to just change this back to the 4th, so that I'm going to make it appear on the website again. Yeah, so that is the homepage slideshow. Now the boxes underneath that is not as difficult. It's actually much easier. I will actually go and just to show how to edit one of them that's already there. I'm going to filter by homepage boxes now. Again, this is reverse chronological order, so currently as the webpage stands, it'll only show the last 2. We can always change it in the future and have 4 show up or whatever. So I'm just going to edit this latest one. I can either do a quick edit if it's just a matter of changing the title or something, but if I want to actually change the content, I'll actually hit the whole edit screen and go in and make any changes, add links, just using the graphical editor, and that is pretty much it. And then once I'm done with that, I can hit update. If I wanted to delete this one, I could either move to trash, or I could actually go and make it a draft. By publishing it or by saving it as a draft, it's going to keep it in the back end, and it'll save it so that you will be able to see it, or any administrator will be able to see it, but it will take it off the home page. So now if I refresh and scroll down, you'll see that post is not there. But if I go into my admin area, I will actually see another box. This is the one I just made as a draft. It just says draft next to it. So it's still there, so if you needed to make changes to it, you can do that, or save it as a draft if it's no longer valid, or and then publish it at a later date. at that date or etc. So those are some of the things. Now if I wanted to publish it, I can actually do that right through the quick editor, and this little drop down over here is right under status, and I can go and hit published, and voila, it is back on the website. Amazing. So that is the main editing on the home page.